everybody. This is Trevor Truck, and welcome to American Truck Simulator. You may have noticed by now that I am whispering, and the reason I'm whispering is because, first, this is ASMR, and secondly, it's late at night in the game. And at nighttime, we tend to be a little more quiet, a little more laid back. And that's exactly the vibe that I want to recreate with today's video. Now, I've already accepted a job offer, and I am prepared to do the job. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and for all the videos that you've watched. Thank you so much. And now, without any further ado, it is time to take on this job. And hopefully I'm gonna strike it rich, because this is a big delivery. Of course, if you look over and see the amount of money I have, you'll see that I have over $1 million in the bank already. If only this were real life. Yeah, I wish somehow that the money I made in this game would convert to my real life bank account. So one thing that I want to mention is that it is late at night in the game, and as you might expect, it's really dark, and you might notice that it's really hard to see anything. And that is one thing about this game that, unfortunately, I have to criticize. I really wish there were better options for nighttime, because, I'm not saying that I have the greatest vision to begin with, but I feel like I am driving in a very dark abyss. I do love this game, don't get me wrong, but this is one part that I feel needs a little bit of improvement. I think the headlights need to be more powerful without putting on the high beams. That's just my opinion, though. But yes, typically when I record these videos, I don't record nighttime driving, simply because it's hard to see anything. So you might be wondering why I've chosen to do so right now. Well, it's just because I feel like nighttime driving can be relaxing for some people, and if that's the type of vibe that you like, then I wanted to go with this format. And the other thing is, really, the purpose of this video, as with all of my videos, isn't even necessarily for the game content, although I have a feeling that some of you do appreciate the types of games that are featured on this channel. But really, the main purpose of a video like this is just relaxation. That's the thing, in times past where I felt anxious, or I felt like I just needed to relax, or if I needed something relaxing to accompany any writing that I do, or any work that I do on the computer, I always turn to ASMR. And so this is my way of saying that I want to give back in that way. I want to give people the same thing that ASMR has given me. And I still continue to enjoy ASMR. say that I experience tingles all the time. In fact, it's very rare, and only some videos have been capable of giving tingles to me. But if any of these videos that I create give you tingles at all, I would definitely love to know. I just feel like that's a real accomplishment, for anyone who's posting ASMR content. The fact that we give somebody tingles, But I think even more importantly is the relaxation factor. Like, if you're watching this, my hope is that you feel relaxed, at ease. Nothing is worrying you. And if things have been worrying you, maybe this is a time where you forget about them. Maybe you don't have to think about it all day, every day. Because I truly believe that we all need time to relax. We all need time to unwind. We all need time to be a passenger instead of a driver. And so it's my hope that you feel relaxed. Check the way that you breathe. Is it hollow? Or are you breathing from your gut? And while you do that, I'm just gonna keep driving. I'm just gonna keep moving this truck along. And if you feel like you have to sleep, that's perfectly fine. You can fall asleep to this. Provided, of course, that you're in a safe place to do so. And maybe you're just watching this early in the morning before a long day. Who knows, maybe it's snowing where you live. Maybe you have a cup of warm tea. Maybe you have coffee with creamer. Could be any situation, but the goal is the same. It's to relax you. Again, I hope that's exactly what I'm doing here. This content is content that I enjoy making. And, if it helps in any way, I would always love to hear about that in the comments. Of course, there's no pressure, because it's been years since I've gone to any random YouTube video and left a comment. Most of the time, I just enjoy the content quietly and then move on. And I think that's how most people work. And that's fine. But, for all those people who have left comments, thank you so much. Sometimes I do need feedback to know, what's working and what's not. I don't know if people like the truck simulators, but all I know is that I enjoy playing the truck simulators. I enjoy driving on the road, and because I have one of those wheels, and also the brake pads, it's a lot more fun, and it's a lot more immersive. The only thing that's missing is VR, and I bet that would be a wonderful experience. The only thing about VR is that I just don't know how long I could play in VR before my head starts to spin and I feel weird or dizzy or discombobulated. So, believe it or not, I actually used to own a VR set, but it was more for my phone than anything else. And I tried it out. And I owned it for maybe a couple months before I decided it just wasn't for me. It's cool, but at the same time, it's weird. It is immersive, but, when you think about it, it was one of those headsets where you put the phone in there, and then, you see a whole wide world through your phone inside the headset. But, ask yourself this. Do you want your phone to be near your head for an extended period of time? I don't know where you stand on the whole do phones have harmful radiation issue. But me, personally, I don't feel comfortable having my phone near my brain for a long time, Again, I don't know where you stand on that whole thing, we know for certain that phones do emit radiation. And just in case it is harmful, I guess we still have to study the long-term effects of it, don't we? I have read that the radiation from phones is harmful. I've read that somewhere. But I think I'm going way off topic. Either way, I try to keep my distance from my phone when possible. It's not always possible, but, why am I even talking about it? The thing is, I just want this to be a place of relaxation. That's the entire point. And I think it's really appropriate to do an all whispers video during the night. Because as I said before, nighttime is when you're winding down. It's when you're getting ready to go to bed. Maybe this video could help you go to sleep. Perhaps. I just hope that it provides a source of comfort. Everybody needs to unwind somehow. It's not healthy to always be in work mode. And sometimes people do become workaholics. And I think we all know it's not healthy to be that way. It's not healthy to always think about work. The best thing that you can do for yourself is when the workday is over, to leave work at work. And when you come home, you can focus on something else. I can tell you from experience that I have been able to leave work at work, and it has made my life a million times better. And it has allowed me to focus on things that I like to do. I like to write, and I write, I've written quite a bit, and edited stories and stuff like that. But I also like to record YouTube videos like this. But I wouldn't be able to focus on it if I focus too much on work. So when work is done, I'm done with work. And that type of relationship with work has been working out for me. And it is something that I suggest to everyone watching this. If you have a job, do your best to have a healthy work-life balance. And that's not just, physically being away from work. It's also mentally taking work out of your mind when the day is done. Now I know that's easier said than done, because as humans, we tend to take the stress of the day with us, regardless of where we go. Sometimes on a day off of work, we do tend to think about what we could have done differently, or how we could have performed better, stuff like that. But it would be best for us to just take some time to relax. And I am not saying that I completely understand your situation, because it's different for everyone. But in general, I do know that your brain has to have some rest, just as much as your body. Self-care is vital, especially in this day and age where our brains are almost assaulted with work, social media, obligations, bills to pay. It's just so important to escape from all of that, if only for an hour or so. And then, of course, to get plenty of sleep, which actually, that's one thing that I struggle with almost on a daily basis. I don't think I get enough sleep every night. So many people go through that, honestly. I wish I had good advice to give other than, getting into a sleep routine. I've read about that, that when you go to bed, you're not supposed to do anything else other than try to sleep. I know a lot of people take, their tablets and phones, and they watch movies, or they, watch shows, and they try to go to sleep through that method. But sometimes what I read claims that when you go to bed, you shouldn't have any devices with you. Again, it might be different for everybody, but having some type of routine might help to put you to sleep faster. Of course, I'm no expert, but it is something to think about, I guess. Looks like I'm supposed to pull in for some type of vehicle inspection. I suppose I'm gonna have to go left. Okay. Well, I think this is a pretty good place to stop the video for right now. I hope you all have enjoyed watching, and I will be back with another truck simulator video in the future, because this is a series I do like to record. And if this video helped you relax, I am so glad. So I will see you all in another video.